The holidays and cookies go together. My grandma baked a cookie in Pocono Lake is so much more than a bakery. It's a tribute to grandma and delicious family recipes.
So my grandma baked a cookie is really the beginning of a conversation. My grandma baked a cookie and wanted me to share it with you. My grandma baked a cookie with all the best ingredients that she could find. This is all from my grandmother, Pennsylvania Dutch Mennonite, baked her entire life, was the youngest of 8 children, grew up and lived her whole life in central Pennsylvania. This is Grandpa and Grandma. Grandpa was just back from World War II. This is their wedding day. This is really for her legacy, a lot of her recipes, the way that she taught me how to bake. There's always at least one community cookbook, and this one is particularly special to me because this is my grandmother's. She always saved envelopes. So these are the recipes I use a lot. I'm born and raised in New York, in Midtown Manhattan. I always spent my summers in Pennsylvania, again in central PA with my grandparents. So we always say I was the only private school New York student who also drove a tractor and could milk a cow. So I spent the better part of 20 years in the advertising industry. I wanted to stay on brand, as we folks in advertising say, so I wanted to open our first location in Pennsylvania. Well, we started as only a cookie company, hence the name, but I really wanted to expand to all of the things that Grandma would share to anyone who came to her door. So that was obviously cookies, but it was very much pies, all kinds of small dessert, and a whole line of bread. So everything made from scratch by hand right here on the premises. So come on into our kitchen. So this is Chrissy, our head baker. She's been with me from the beginning. Grandmas would not exist without this woman right here. So we are getting ready for our second wave in the holiday season. It's the time of year. We basically live for this. When we say baking season, like, we go full on. Chrissy's just prepared some of Grandma's famous pie shells. She's gonna show a little bit about how we crimp here, because literally everything is done by hand. So this is really old-fashioned crimping here. And even though Chrissy's not really related to me, this is literally how Grandma would do it. Look at that technique. You've done this before. This is your first time crimping a pie?
First time crimping.
Are you looking for a second job? Because we're hiring. That is very nice crimping work. It's nice and high. We're actually going to keep that one. I feel like Grandma's spirit is here. Pie shells, they turn into these beautiful pies here. So during this season, we always have a decorated pumpkin pie. And we actually take our pumpkin base and we put an apple crumb on top, and we make a pumpkin apple crumb pie as well. We like to marry things around here for some different flavors. This is our traditional pecan pie. We jazz it up with some chocolate bourbon pecan, which, by the way, is not Pennsylvania Dutch. That's where the New Yorker in me comes in. This is one of the ways that we package our gifts that go out. Our little tag, which is also our business card. So if you flip it over, it has our business information on the back. This is a fudge brownie with a cheesecake layer in the middle and our old-fashioned chocolate chip cookie dough on the top. We don't do sugar cookies here so much as we do appies, which are a butter cookie. This is a very Pennsylvania Dutch base for a butter cookie, which we do in all kinds of sizes and shapes. And we use real butter here, so not much better than a butter cookie. This is a vanilla sea salt bun cake dipped in our handmade chocolate ganache. This is a gingerbread cake. It's actually made with a brown sugar bourbon frosting, just a little hint of that caramel of the bourbon in the frosting. This just happens to be a 3-layer, and then we have sugared some cranberries, some fresh cranberries on top. We do a big business actually in pot pies. We did a lot of these during the height of the pandemic. We were shipping them all over the nation. All fresh ingredients. I usually make all the fillings, and Chrissy, with her technique, makes our crust. 10% of everything that we bring in goes back out to charity. We've always done this. We've always done this in our family. So Feeding Families Ministries up in the Mountain Center in Tobyhanna is our partner. Every week that we have anything left over in the case, they automatically come and pick up. We try to support other businesses. This is a Pennsylvania Dutch company. These are brands out of Vermont, obviously where we used to be, and we also support local artists. We very much encourage online ordering. It makes the process simpler for us and also for the customer. So if you go to our website, mygrandmabakedacookie.com, we have a full online store actually. Right now our retail day is Saturdays. We're open at this location from 9 to 6. We have pickup hours during the week. And we literally just open the door, greet you with a smile, and hand you delicious things. So we can't really figure out what would be better than that.
Made with the warmth of the hand and the heart, now and for years to come. Happy holidays.